Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, by Shem Chakadosh. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Of the high spirit in Judah. And today I want to go into a topic entitled, Get Rid of Your Old Leavening. Rid yourself of your old leavening. I think that's what I entitled it. Alright? But rid yourself of your old leavening. Alright? Now what is your old leavening? Alright, it's behavior patterns, it's characteristics. Alright, it's parts of you that's not conducive to your salvation. Alright? It's parts of you that's not beneficial. Alright, for what role you play in the body. Alright? Now all because you have leavening, alright, all because you have leavening, alright, which is poor characteristics, old behavior patterns stemming from the old man, alright? Behavior patterns stemming from the old man. That doesn't mean you're necessarily an evil person, alright? But now you have characteristics that is, at this point, it no longer serves you in the ministry, and because of the age that you are in this truth, the Most High no longer winks at it, alright? There's a time we were all in the truth, and the Most High winked at our folly, alright? He winked at, and he still winks at our folly in general, but you know what I mean. There's times when you come into this truth and he winks at your shortcomings. He winks at your like I said, your shortcomings, your bad habits, your vices. He winks at it to the point where he still upholds you in the truth. Alright? But as you age in this truth, or as time progresses and you're not growing, you're not evolving, alright? Now those character flaws, now those vices are a hindrance to you in the ministry. Alright? So that's why I named the topic, Rid Yourselves of Your Old Leavening. Alright? Because you might do certain things and have a way about yourself that seems normal to you, but it's an impediment to the body. It's an impediment to the brothers. Alright? And we've all experienced it, man. I know I've been in a hot seat, and the hot seat is to turn this oven up, alright, to get rid of those impurities. Alright, but it doesn't feel good. But what happens is demons get called forth. You might have demons on you, man. You might have demons in you. Then demons get called forth in counsel. And those are those demons coming up, man. Alright? And when those things happen in counsel, alright, it's not about, the details of what really happened in that natural desire to defend yourself, alright? It's not about that. It's about the Most High bringing things in counsel, alright, to put something else on display. And it's behavior patterns. It's a way about you that's really like your leavening that you have to get rid of, alright? Now, we just completed the Passover, alright, Sunday sundown, alright? We had the Passover, alright, Sunday sundown. Right? And in Passover, or following the Passover, is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Alright? And that lasts for a week. Alright? And in that process, you rid your house of the leavening. But this is your house also, this temple, this body. Alright? And you have to make sure that we're ridding ourselves of our leavening. And it could be a challenge. It can be hard because you may not have ever been challenged to change a part of you that's literally a part of you. You may not have been challenged, alright, to where you basically are required to get over yourself. Alright, in order to move forward in this truth, you have to get rid of your own nature. Sometimes you gotta get over your own nature. You might have a passive nature. You have to get over that to be more assertive and dominant and take the initiative. But you might have a hoorah nature, and you got to learn how to pipe down, man. And that's not to discourage any brother from being who he is or try to imitate another brother per se. But the point is you have to overcome your own nature to really grow in this truth. And that requires humility to get over yourself, man. Get over how you see shit. Alright? 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. Get rid of the old yeast. All right, because he has the NLT. Get rid of the old yeast by removing this wicked person from among you. Then you will be like a fresh batch of dough made without yeast, which is what you really are. Hamashiach, our Passover lamb, has been sacrificed for us. Because if you don't get rid of the leavening in you, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, the Most High is going to get rid of you because you become the leavening. If you don't get rid of your leavening, you become the leavening, and the Most High has to rid you out of the camp. All right? And that was a beautiful scripture. 1 Corinthians 5 and 8, NLT. So let us celebrate the festival, not with the old bread of wickedness and evil, but with the new bread of sincerity and truth. So like I said, your old leavening, it might not be a sin. You might not, of course, commit adultery. You might not eat pork, all right? But you might be a nigga that like to eat. You might just be a brother that like to eat. You might be a brother that can't get out of women's faces. And between drinking and can't get out of women's faces, you can find yourself doing too much and flirting with adultery. Flirting with an adulterous situation. You might be a brother that time and time again, you always in confrontations when you go out. So you have a disposition about yourself, all right, that's really leavening to the body, all right, it's leavening to you, but it might sound like this is who you are, all right? You might have been cultured in a certain environment where the way you react to a situation is normal, but now it's no more normal in this thing of ours. It was normal in the world, but now it's no more normal, all right? 2 Ezra 14:13. Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort such as them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. And that's what we're here to do. We're renouncing corruption because sin feels good. Things that pleasing your flesh feels good, but it's deleterious. It causes death in the end, man. All right? And it's good to speak about being a bold fellow. And it's good to speak about go not in the way without man's fall. This is all in Sirach. It's good to speak about prove thy soul in thy life and that which is evil for it. Because the thing that's evil for your soul is leavening. All right? Ephesians 4 and 22. That you put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. All right? And how are we renewed? Through this word, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashma Shai. All right? So, I mean, that's pretty much the point, man. You got to rid yourself of the old leavening, and sometimes it may require you to get over your own nature. And that requires humility, because you have to accept that the way I see things and the way I view things is only the way I see things, the way I view things, but it's not truth. You see? The way I handle a situation is not the right way. It is the way I handle the situation. All right? And apparently it's not the best way to handle that situation. So that takes a level of humility, all right, to get over your own nature, all right? Your fleshly nature. All right? Let me see, get the scripture right quick. Sirach 37:27. My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not them unto it. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything. But prove thy soul in thy life, because you don't need a brother to hold your hand in every situation. Should I do this, Ak? You think I should do that, Ak? You know? Prove your soul. All right? And if it doesn't work, or if it's a bad experience, now you know. You know? Prove thy soul in thy life. You know? But that's pretty much the point. Akim and Tawaf for tuning in. But you have to rid yourself of the old leavening. Or else Yahweh Bashma Shai is going to rid you of the camp. Rid you of the brothers. Alright? So yeah, don't be surprised around Passover. You get a call from brothers. You find yourself in council. Alright? Because the Most High is giving you mercy and extending you grace to rid yourself of these behavior patterns that works against you. All right? But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Awashai, Bashim Rakakudas, double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness, and out there with the elect. Abba Baal, Kamel Shalom.